so many inputs for the audio system. You have AM, FM, Sirius XM, Bluetooth, wired and wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, USB-C, USB-A, 3.5mm auxiliary input jack, and more built-in streaming services. You have everything you'd want outside of a CD player in this car.
No one would ever know that you are an audio enthusiast, would they? They'd have no way of telling. Well, everyone, if you can't tell by the excitement on Charlie's face, we have a car that we have been waiting quite literally years to drive.
Yeah, even when I was at Car and Driver, I think we had one Equinox press car, and it was when they made a diesel. Did you know they made a diesel Equinox?
No, I knew they did a diesel cruise, so I guess it makes sense.
I think they put the same motor in the Equinox, and it was really good, but they only made it for like a year or two because no money bought it.
Ah, okay.
It's a shame because it got good fuel economy.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Mm-hmm. Well, let's see if this one gets good fuel economy.
I'm so excited, Chris.
All right, where is it?
There's a Chevy.
There it is.
It's
almost
green.
Yeah.
That looks pretty cool.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
Gray wheels.
The Rally Sport Edition. Ooh,
Black Chevy badge.
Journalist spec badging.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and the fuel doors popped. That's very... No, leave it. Yeah. Yeah, leave it.
all the blacked out bits. That's very journalist spec. Blacked out Equinox badge. You know, I gotta say, they've facelifted the Equinox recently, and I like how it looks.
Yeah, this is like the best looking Equinox I've ever seen. This color, these wheels.
Yeah, gray wheels.
It actually looks pretty decent.
I don't love how it looks kind of like a slug.
Is it? It's a metallic paint. I was just curious if it was metallic.
The hood lines are kind of cool. Let's open up the... that's powered. Oh, you didn't try kicking it. Well, I guess the key's not on.
Key's in it.
So, yeah. This is good. This is a very flat load surface. So if you're sliding... A lot of underfloor as well, although missing a spare. Let's put this under here. Oh, look at how far back that
is. It missing a spare?
I think the spare tire.
Oh, there's a spare!
Not. There's a compact spare.
Wow.
And there's all this underfloor storage. And look at this, metal tie-downs as well. Okay. That's quite good.
And it's quite flat.
It's quite flat, and you can fold them from back here. Mm-hmm. It actually smells pretty good.
It smells new. We're probably the first loan on it or something.
These are all good things. You got a
look
power
at
port back here.
This is interesting.
What am I looking at?
Button, okay, but also a handle.
That's efficient, because if this were to fail, you could still close it right here without having to touch the
they know it's going to fail someday. So they've given you the solution for when it does.
I like how this doesn't beep obnoxiously at you while it's closing.
Beep a moment.
All right, back seats. Let's go.
I'm sorry. Oh, okay.
That feels pretty good. Red stitching. That's good. Let me get in over there.
Oh, yeah.
So, it is a bit hard to pull the seat back up. I don't know if a dainty person would be able to do that well.
The doors feel like they're made of paper.
Flat load surface back here. Not load surface, but floor.
Oh, good amount of room.
Let me get this open here. Panoramic roof. Leather doesn't feel too bad. I'm sure it's not real leather. That takes an eternity.
Still going.
Rubber. That's good. Actually fairly large as well. Yes. Can this... Oh, yeah. There we go.
2 USB ports.
Both
This
A's.
is...
Fine. What is this down here?
Oh, yes. At least we get red... What are you doing?
I don't know what this is.
What are you doing?
It looks like it's a thing, but...
Oh, it is.
Is it a wall style outlet?
Yeah.
It is. That's excellent.
Yeah. The door panels are very bland, but they do have red stitching.
What is this material? Just a kind of rubber?
Yeah, and this is like...
Okay. A lot of ASMR in this one.
Yeah.
ASMR. Ooh, Chris.
What is it? Oh, yes, RS. Oh.
Wow!
Under 40 grand.
Well under 40 grand. This costs less than that Kia Sportage that they took away from us.
This has the RS leather package, the power sunroof, the safety and infotainment package.
Do not get infotainment without, or safety.
I guess. The infotainment package gets you a heated steering wheel, USB ports, power outlet, Chevrolet Infotainment 3 Plus with an 8-inch diagonal HD color touchscreen, voice recognition, Bluetooth audio streaming, wireless Apple CarPlay, and wireless Android Auto, and many other things. Oh, and body-colored mirrors with turn signals, adaptive cruise control, and for $40, you get a front license plate bracket.
I would not choose to get that.
Oh, you pay $40 to get holes in your front bumper. Bose Premium 7-speaker audio system.
Still probably sounds better than that Equinox. Or the
Kia, yeah.
the Kia.
It's probably like a B.
Chris, would you like to guess the size of the engine in this car?
It's probably a 2-liter.
It isn't.
1.5?
Yes.
Ah.
A 1.5-liter 4-cylinder and 6-speed. I think we'll
It's
quite
a
like
6-speed?
that. Yeah. Because you know what else has a 6-speed?
Oh, yeah, 6-speed.
The Mazda CX-5, and that's our favorite car.
Yeah. Would you like to guess where this car is made?
Lake Orion.
No.
Lansing.
No.
Flint.
No.
Mexico.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm. Where do you think the engine's made?
Lake Orion.
No.
Highland Park.
No.
Lansing.
No.
Mexico.
Yes. Where do you think the transmission's made?
I'm going to go with Mexico.
Yes, that would be correct.
Can we drive it now?
Yes, we can. Yeah, let's drive it.
Here it is next to its competitor, the Ford Escape. And you'll notice the Ford Escape has more sidewall on its wheels. Probably a cushier ride over there.
Are you talking about a 20-year-old Ford Escape?
Thought you were going to humor me with that one.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know what you were doing. Ah.
Manual seat. Okay, so that's something that the $38,000 Kia did not have. Also, at least it does go up. You're putting it in an Emily spec. Ooh, this is interesting. The seatbelts don't adjust in height. Let's just wait here. Look at this.
How far back this goes? Oh, yep. There it is, what I say.
A button for all.
Oh, wait, look. Ready? Whee! Ah! Make the airbags go off.
Yeah.
Okay. There's the key.
I like the
It's
Chevy
a key.
keys. They work.
Look
at this. Type A and Type C and a 3.5 millimeter auxiliary
They've
input
put
jack.
stitching on the dash.
Yeah, looks nice. They knew you were a dash enthusiast. They put speakers up there too. Screen is not very large.
These are the flimsiest.
Is this what we get for the infotainment package?
Ah, yeah, that covers that. Sorry, what?
Is this what we get with the infotainment package?
Yes, it is. Where are the speakers? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So no subwoofer. This is gonna sound really good. Yeah. All right, fire it up. Wow, that starts quickly.
Small motor. I actually like the gauge cluster.
Oh, you're gonna like the way the steering wheel feels too. Yeah.
Outside mirrors are interesting. They're like an interesting shape.
Oh yeah, they're very skinny.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Okay. Volume knob right in the middle. Ooh, makes a nice noise.
Two-way lumbar adjustment.
Oh, hold on.
Chris is not wearing a seatbelt enthusiast. I have a heated steering wheel, which I am a fan of.
I don't over here. Let's see if we get 70. Oh, I'm used to the Volvo going in even numbers. I'm like, why is it not? Heated seats, but no cooled seats. Okay. That seems aggressive.
Yeah, I think one can hurt themselves on it. You can see where a head-up display would go.
Yeah.
I thought this was going to be a top trim, but it doesn't seem like it is. Look at that, Chris.
Oh, that's a King Ranch.
Mm-hmm. Wonder if he'd like to purchase my interior.
Maybe he would.
Ah, that's good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Took that speed bump pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Chevrolet Maps Plus. Oh, just normal Maps. Ah, Maps Plus means nothing. Oh, okay.
How's the throttle response?
Exactly as you'd expect it to be from the Traverse.
Right. Okay, great.
Very jumpy. This is what Maps Plus looks like, apparently. It's actually giving you a lot of info. It's got the high and low temps, the music, texting, because that's what every Equinox drivers like to do is text.
Yeah, and listening to Luke Combs.
Yeah. Is he a country music singer?
Yes.
Sounds like what a country music singer would be named.
Mm.
Turn-in, for those of you who are interested in the Equinox, seems quite good.
Oh, we forgot to show the engine, Charlie.
We did mention that it's a 1.5 liter.
Let's see what she's got.
Hey, an Equinox. It isn't exactly what I'd consider to be a rocket ship. Also, this
That is
Mercedes
not. Was that flat out?
Yes. I should have gotten over. I thought about it. Stunting. He just got stunted on by an Equinox RS. So. Thankfully, we haven't been shot by
It's
the
okay. We
burnt
can
out
just.
Mercedes.
You can just drive aimlessly.
Right, because I'm in an Equinox.
Yeah.
That's
no one
how
thinks.
I feel when I'm in my town and country. Is I can just do anything,
Yeah.
and everyone will excuse me.
Everyone will go, oh, just. Although we do have an M plate on this, so it makes us stand out a little bit more.
This feels interesting. Put your hand on that.
I don't like it. I also don't like the material that surrounds the window switches.
I like how all these climate controls are just buttons. If I want this, I get that. If I want that, I get that. It's just very there.
It's very there. It is physical. You
Yeah.
could touch it if you wanted.
Yes. And often you do.
Yeah.
That pole back there was taken down by an Equinox.
Yeah. Should we go take down another one with this?
I think you can get away with it. I think the police show up and they just go,
Oh, it's an Equinox.
no. Alright, I'm going to gap this truck. Are we ready?
Okay.
Oh,
Sport mode? Any drive modes?
No, just AWD. Oh, which I'm in. Get out of
Why are
that.
you in that?
I don't know. It's sapping my power. Let's try now. Ooh, yeah. Now that we have fewer drive axles being powered. We do have manual shifting as well. Only seems to work in L mode.
Charlie's being very Chris.
Traction control button anywhere.
He's a Chris enthusiast. Oh God, we are just cooking. Absolutely cooking.
Well, we are in the RS model.
That's true.
Rally Sport. Really, you should be putting this in the Rallycross this weekend. There's no red line.
What was that noise?
That's the car rattling itself free. Thank you for
I
shifting.
shifted for you.
I like how it took 3 extra
It
seconds.
took
to
so
find you.
long to react.
Chris is also a fan of volume controls on the backside of the steering wheel.
No, I'm not.
He's an enthusiast of that.
No, because I always skip the song when I want to turn the volume up and
Well,
vice
you just
versa.
have to do better.
Yeah, but it's always, every car is different, which side it's on.
No.
Yes.
No. What car do you know that volume is on the left back?
I think Chryslers are, aren't
No.
they?
I'm a Chrysler enthusiast. I would
That's
know.
right. Oh boy. Oh, God.
It took that very well.
It did actually take that really well.
Well, it's because this car is designed for Michigan.
It's true.
And
I think it's the only state
designed
you
for
can buy
Michigan.
these, right? Is Michigan?
Probably. It's probably why we see so
Only
many.
Metro Detroit.
They managed to be the 4th best-selling car on the market, and they're only sold in Michigan. That's why we see so many.
Are they really the 4th best-selling car?
The Equinox is in the top 5, I'm pretty sure. It's like truck, and then Equinox and RAV4 and Series.
Why do so many people buy these? Like,
Well,
what
we've
is?
talked about it already.
We have, but what is like the actual reason? That looks. Oh, it's a hanger.
Yeah. I'm going to pull somewhere else because there it seems to be jet flying enthusiasts about. They're cheap. They're well-sized. They're very commonly built. There's a lot of them, so no shortage, I would imagine. They provide everything that someone could want in this class, although this is a bit high up,
That is
isn't it?
so high up.
Yeah. It's just a very easy car to own.
If you're curious about the part number for this, 846-83141.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be sure to put that at the beginning of the video so that people don't even have to watch through to find that, because I know they'll be clicking on the...
No, we're gonna put all of the ASMR in the beginning.
It's going to be a long beginning.
My stomach's growling.
Oh yeah,
That's
Chris is
ASMR.
a being hungry enthusiast for this review.
Mm,
Well, I'll let you get us home here.
how polite of you.
Oh look, Broncos are flashing over there.
Yeah, they're getting ready to go, or they just pulled up.
I mean, really, if you got in this car and you were not a car enthusiast and you were just trying to get in it for rental or something, you know how everything works immediately.
Yes, you would.
Volume, climate control, shifting, steering wheel, map. It's just easy. It's
This
just
would be like
straightforward.
if the government gave people cars, it would be this.
This is like America's Lada.
Yes.
You aren't actually going to do that. Oh my goodness. Christopher Brower. You're an animal.
Went in an Equinox.
Be a degenerate?
Why is this so hard to do up?
Maybe you haven't been working out in a while.
I definitely haven't, but still.
Why isn't my heated seat on? Why don't you have it in Charlie mode over here? Do this.
Who's John Party?
I feel like
Come
someone
back
you
to my
should
place,
know.
we're gonna party. Party hardy.
What radio station is it on here? 56.
The highway. I like the way the shifter feels, but I don't like...
Sorry. 360 camera. That's excellent.
I don't like the way that
I know,
feels.
isn't that
I
very
think
weird?
that this will crumble.
That'll feel disgusting in 3 years.
And it's just gonna fall apart. It's gonna dry rot. It'll dry rot and fall and just crumble. Steering's too heavy.
Well, you just got out of a Volvo XC.
No, I didn't. I just got out of a Kia Sportage.
Well, steering was pretty late in that too. DTE's coming to have their way with us.
He's not using his turn signal.
He's not turning, he's going straight.
How do you know that?
Because he doesn't have a signal on.
Watch him turn this way. Oh, he went straight. You know, Charlie, part of being a defensive driver is anticipating that people are going to turn without their turn signal.
Yes, but part of being an Equinox driver is not being a defensive
That's true,
driver.
actually. Yeah, no, I should just crash. Also, there's nowhere to put your left foot.
Is there no dead pedal?
Well, there is, but it's...
An acre over
Look.
that way.
Yeah, turn signal feels cheap.
Wait, can we do an activity before you take off? I'm gonna slide my seat all the way forward, and you hit the gas. 3, 2, 1.
Keep held onto the bar. We'll do a break.
No, you're gonna slam me forward, and I'm gonna hit the dash. We're lucky we didn't just break it right there.
What is this? What? There's
What?
nothing on this.
It's for nighttime.
I know, but look at the mirror.
A little cheap for you.
Yeah, a little cheap.
Could be a chip shortage.
I do appreciate the heated steering wheel. How does the lane keep assist work? I think that works.
Probably not well here, considering it's rainy and there's... Okay.
It's doing it though.
Is it?
Well, the line ends here, so it's not.
There's a little room for stuff. You can put stuff here, and you can put stuff here. How do you feel about this material?
It's okay. I don't mind it. I'm open to different materials.
Okay.
I don't like this though. Look at this Ranger cooking.
Oh.
Holy crap.
We're gonna let him go. It's probably what people think about us coming through here.
I know, probably.
But yeah, he is sending
He
it.
was
Are you
absolutely-
taking a trip around Oversteer, are you?
Yeah.
Thought you were hungry.
I am, but... The speed. What did you just do?
Nothing. I considered shifting for you, but then I remembered I'd have to go to L, and it seemed like too much work.
This is not an engaging vehicle.
No, it's not supposed to.
But yeah, you wouldn't expect it to be. I'm also I'm not comfortable over here.
What is there not to be comfortable
I
with?
don't
Your
like...
arm being too high?
No, my arm's too high, my left leg's too high. Are you doing the fuel economy on this?
Yep, to be determined.
Very good. To be determined.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm doing this Sequoia.
Who said that?
You did. You wrote it on the board.
No. I haven't actually written the board yet. That was just there from last week.
Ah.
Probably make you do this since you're going to be such a fan of it. Because every time we have Chevy press vehicles, you like them more and more as the week goes on.
I don't think that'll be the same with this.
Did you try putting your head back on the headrest yet? It's a rock.
Oh, it's very stiff. Interesting. Wow.
I don't think I've ever felt a headrest.
This looks like I'm drunk looking at this.
Because it's kind of angled?
Yeah.
You know, Alyssa made some chili last night. I'm looking forward to going home and having some.
Oh, are you going to take this?
Yes. I know you're not going to want to drive it.
I'm going to drive the Volvo some more. I'm going to go be a music enthusiast in the Volvo.
Take out this Bronco. And while you're at it, oversteer.
You see how cautious? Oh, I can see how they did it, because they came around there too fast and went...
Yes.
He saw an Equinox coming and he thought, oh, I better be careful.
He's wise. Well, we're going to spend the week with the Equinox.
I like the steering wheel.
The Equinox.
Charlie's going to take it skiing.
Maybe. I got to decide which car I dislike least. The Sequoia or the Equinox.
You know what's funny? I think you're probably going to want to take this over the Sequoia.
But
we'll see, I guess. We'll see. Huh?
Then I'll have to put a seat down. I feel like the Sequoia would be like the proper car to take to the ski hill.
You'd be surprised.
This is bad. This is just, I don't like being around any of this. Yeah, Chris, give him space. Goodness gracious. Do people just not see Equinoxes?
No,
is that what
I
they
guess
are? Because
not.
they just, this is camo trim.
It's the invisible car. You know why? We're no longer in the simulation. We are simply an NPC. You know, like when you're playing GTA and the NPCs crash into each other?
We're that now.
Yeah. Well, we're going to spend the week with the Chevy Equinox RS and see if we make it. Charlie's getting a phone call.
No, I'm not, but this country music singer has the same last name as Alyssa's.
This is
name.
a car.
Yeah, there you go.
There's a real car.
The windshield wiper didn't go down all the way.
Yeah, and also it had a major exhaust leak.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Yeah, it's interesting that we ended up doing the car videos the way we did this time because you spent a lot more time in the Toyota and I spent a lot more time in this.
Yes.
I actually drove this quite a bit.
Did you? Are you going to drive first?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is a bit annoying that you have to unlock the door from the inside.
Yes.
For that, but I think that's probably something you could adjust in the settings. Yeah.
Wrapping up our week with the Chevy Equinox, and Charlie has spent quite a bit of time in this car, and he's excited to get out on the road and drive it just a little bit more.
Yeah. Let me get this down to your spec for you.
Are you putting it on? Oh, 76. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that'd be good.
Heated steering wheel button, conveniently placed on the steering wheel.
It is actually.
It has told me that the forward collision system is reduced quite a few.
Yeah, it told me that every single time I drove
Why?
it. I don't know.
What if they just, if you didn't spec the like option for it,
It just comes up every time.
It just made fun of me every time. Like, hey, you didn't spend enough money for this car to have full status.
You know what's funny though? I did actually have it engage once.
Oh, like
someone slammed on their brakes in front of me and the car braked before I did.
Oh, well that's good.
So I don't know
even
how
though it's
reduced it
limited,
is.
it's
Yeah.
still-
So confirmed there that it does work. But I was so burned out after driving this thing for like 3 days. I was just like, I don't want to go anywhere in this car because it's just like the most basic. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's the most standard basic thing ever. Like if the government were to mandate cars, it would be this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I partially agree with you.
Okay.
Now I recognize but don't fully agree with your sentiment of the seating position, because I recognize that like you can't put your shoulders or your elbows back. It hits here, and this is very, very too high. But it didn't bother me.
It bothered me.
Yeah.
I was like very uncomfortable driving it.
And I also really don't understand your complaint about the dead pedal, because I find it to just be conveniently right here. I don't know.
Okay.
Like where
It sits too high.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with that at all.
Okay.
But yeah, if and please excuse me here. I'm gonna just for the viewers demonstrate. If you were Alyssa, it was difficult to reach over and hold her hand because this is so high.
Oh,
up.
I see.
So like it was like a very awkward, and I
gotcha.
didn't care for that.
Okay. That's fair.
Overall features spec, it's got pretty much everything you'd want.
It really does.
It is missing cooled seats, and it is missing barely the camera mirror. And I
Or
always say
dimming. Does it dim?
No, yeah, you have to manually dim it. So it is missing that. Though that could be a chip shortage thing.
That's true.
And if they're going to give up anything for chip shortage, that's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But Alyssa and I were driving around in this, and we were talking about what it offers and the experience. I kind of got on it at one point. It sounded like that. And
so slow.
I did point out to her, I said, the Sportage SX Hybrid, SX Prestige Hybrid that we had before this was $2,000 less than this car.
Yes.
And that is a bit telling.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I know Chevy's always going to put discounts on things, so you could probably get out the door about the same, and Kia's going to be marking you up because of supply and everything like that. But that thing looked so much cooler outside and inside, and it had cooled seats, and it had the big old digital gauge cluster and center thing. I mean, this does have some things that Kia didn't. This has wireless CarPlay that works very, very well, and and a much more straightforward climate control. I mean,
that's true. That's true. It has a volume knob that is only a volume knob.
So there are things that this car does well, but yeah, all things considered, when you consider you could have a CX-5 for this money or less, and you could have that Sportage, and you could have a RAV4,
I mean, you can only go so far in defending a car by saying that it's straightforward.
Yeah.
Because this car is very straightforward, and you can see why. I mean, people just walk into a Chevy dealer and they walk out with one of these because it is an car.
And it's perfectly sized.
Yes, it
really is. I mean, you might not be able to see. But
No, go ahead. Continue.
You might not be able to see from where Chris is sitting now, but he'll show you later. The seat behind him is folded because I had skis in here, and the skis fit well.
Oh, you took this on your skiing trip?
Yeah. And so it's got good size for everything. There's a good amount of room in the rear seats. You can do car seats, all those things.
What's on fire over here?
The feces, maybe?
That's possible.
The panoramic sunroof works pretty well. It's not too loud in here.
Yeah.
Not particularly impressive fuel economy. I've been averaging 24 over 200 miles, and that was after the fuel economy test.
That's
so it was reset.
Yeah, I got 29 on the fuel economy. EPA's 30.
Yeah.
So
yeah. And the engine isn't super inspiring to drive, but it's only a 6-speed, so it's not doing a lot of gear hunting or anything. I mean, it's so. I know we kind of said it at the beginning of this as a joke that it's just an car.
Yeah, but it really is.
We tested that theory, and it proved to be true. Our hypothesis was proven correct, that the Equinox is not bad.
Yeah.
It's not great. It's just there.
Yeah.
And it just works. And the only thing I hope is that these newer Equinoxes are built a little bit more reliably than early 2010s models.
Right.
So that those people who do just go and buy them, like that person right there, or lease them, or whatever,
or that other person there.
That they just...
Or that person there.
Yeah, all of those people. That they can just have a car that works for a while, and then after 5 or 6 years, and it's all grody in here, then they get a new one, or it gets hit by a driver because that happens.
Yeah.
I mean, the ride is quite good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
And it's not squeaking and rattling in here.
Yeah.
I just think that their profit margins have to be much higher than the profit margins on a lot of the competition.
Definitely. And you can tell that by touching this knob. Starting the video with that.
I mean, that turned out really well.
It did, yeah.
So, I don't particularly mind the Equinox. There's another one right there.
Yeah.
But you are right. You are right that every time, like, I would consider not driving it when I had it throughout the week. Like, I had to go do some errands last night, and I was like, well, should I take this or my Maverick? And actually, I would have preferred to take my Maverick.
Yeah.
But I ended up just taking this. I'm like, well, I should drive a little bit more, and it's gas and everything, and it's cheaper to drive. So, but I wasn't looking forward to driving it. Whereas like that Kia SX Prestige Sportage, I was looking forward to spending the time in it.
Even the big, like, silly Toyota Sequoia that we were driving this week, even that's got a little bit of like
character,
cool factor and character. You get in and you're like, oh, okay, I don't mind that I'm driving this. But when I had this for 3 days, I was just like, I don't want to go anywhere because, and I mean that also is us, because obviously we drive so many things, but also if you're someone that cares about anything above just like traveling from point A to point B,
being at point B,
then like.
But you raise a good point that there are these type of cars are the reasons why people drive and don't like driving.
Yes.
People that do just have to get from point A to point B don't realize that you could be driving something that just has a little bit more fun factor and engagement, and you might treat driving entirely differently.
Yes.
You'll care more about how you're driving. You'll pay more attention as you're driving because you're more engaged, because it's a fun thing to do and it's an involved activity. This takes the driver out, but not in a good way. Not in like a Mercedes S-Class way where
Right.
you're like, you're very isolated and you're like, okay, like I can just be zen and propel myself. This is, like you said, it's like, I want this experience to be done as soon as possible.
Yes.
Not because it's a torture chamber, but because it's literally just sitting at a bus stop.
Yeah. And that's Daily Motor.
Now, Chris must drive it one more time.
That's right.
The door handles feel pretty good.
Yes, but they're covered in
In
fingerprints. In Alyssa. Did you notice that when you shut the door, you can watch the actual sheet metal flex?
Chip shortage on metal integrity.
On sheet metal?
Yeah.
I will say, though, the color is excellent.
Yeah,
I love the color.
Do you like the black Chevy badges everywhere?
No. But I do like the gold flake that they've got going on in here. I don't mind this.
Yeah, you probably appreciate
Like
that
the
it's
dark
not chrome.
Yeah. I mean, it's chrome-ish, but it's
not
better.
Like, it's not boomer chrome. It is disappointing, we talked about this in our last review, that the rear doors don't have any proxy key adjustments, so if you want to put a backpack in the rear, you have to come up, unlock the door from the front, press the button, and then go into the back.
Just a lot of extra steps that you don't want to take.
Mm-hmm.
This is the best spec Equinox I've ever seen.
Yeah, if more people bought cool-looking RSs, then maybe it'd be cooler.
What is the color? Can you tell me, please?
I don't think it's people's fault that they buy boring Equinoxes, because I think that's what the dealers spec.
Yeah,
I think they just get least special LTs in gray or white or black, and they're the most generic colors, and so people are like, yeah, that's fine, I'll have it. But they don't order Harvest Bronze Metallic.
Oh, that is excellent.
Yeah,
you
that's
can
a
probably
great
only get
name.
it on higher trims too, and
yeah,
not everyone wants to go for a higher trim. They just want to have one that was stamped out by a press in a factory and pooped down to the dealership lot. I
would like to point out, this actually has a 5-star crash test rating, and only one of the ratings is 4 stars for rollover. Everything else is 5 stars.
That's good. Well, that's important.
It is important.
You were wrong on this being the 4th best-selling car. It's actually the 14th best-selling car, according to Car and Driver, in 2022. So maybe in 21 it was the 4th best-selling, but as for 22, however, unless you were not counting pickup trucks.
The last I saw, and admittedly this was years ago,
okay,
but it was F-150, GM trucks, Ram trucks,
Equinox,
and then like Equinox, CRV, RAV4.
Well,
Escape.
It's still consistent F-150, GM truck, Ram truck, but then 4th place is like the RAV4 or something, or CRV.
I don't trust Car and Driver.
I know you don't.
Edmonds.
Shift. Did you put me in manual? No, you didn't. It's just not shifting.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, the Equinox must have dropped a lot since maybe around 2019 or so when I looked last. That was when the Equinox
However,
was refreshed.
still though, the 14th best-selling car is still like a lot of cars. You know, they sold like 400,000 of these in 2022, which is just an immense amount of cars.
Right.
I mean, what does that work out to? It's like one of. I know with the F-150 they sold 680,000, and that's like one every 2 seconds or something they sell.
All right, so in 2019 it was F-Series, Silverado. Ram was in there somewhere, right? Oh yeah, sorry. F-Series, Ram, Silverado, RAV4, CRV, Rogue and Rogue Sport, and then Equinox. And then
the
Camry.
Rogue outsold this?
Rogue and Rogue Sport together, yeah. But
that
it was very
fair.
close. It was within 4,000 units.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair.
It's 2 totally separate cars.
I know. Yep. So either way, roughly a top 10 selling vehicle. Chevy probably had trouble getting them out as well last year in 2022.
That's true with chip shortages and things.
Yeah, you know, people didn't want to buy them without fucking years.
This is just a, yeah.
The headliner's decent quality. I mean, I don't know what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, we can go around this thing and pick out little things that are, this is nice here, but you know, we're
It's
still
fine.
staying. Yeah, exactly.
Can you just have that be the thumbnail
It's
text?
fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Period.
Yeah. Just be like a girl. Say, oh, it's fine.
When you clearly know it's not fine.
When you.
Would you have this over a Rogue?
No.
Would you have this over an Escape?
No.
Would you?
It would be close though, because I don't particularly care for
I
the
know.
Escape either.
Would you have this over a Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross? I think it's tough, doesn't it?
That is pretty tough.
Yeah.
Because I didn't mind the Eclipse Cross. I'd probably still have I think I'd have this over an Eclipse Cross.
Okay. So the way I see this is probably in the upper half of the lower half of this class.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
Like if there's 20 cars in this class.
This is like.
I've received another text message from the truck guy. Can I block him yet? Yeah, if there were 20 cars in this class, this is probably 11.
Okay. You think you'd pick this over 9 cars?
Probably.
Really?
Because you start thinking, I mean, I would have this over a 4-cylinder Rogue. Maybe not the new 3-cylinder, but who else makes cars in this class?
Honda CRV.
Yeah, the problem with the CRV
It's too expensive.
It's too expensive.
RAV4.
I would pick the RAV4, but reluctantly.
Would you pick an Escape over this?
Yeah. I'm a Ford boy.
What about a Dodge Hornet?
Ooh, probably not. First model year Stellantis car made by Fiat. It's probably going to be woefully
I can't wait to drive that thing.
At
Watch
least-
it be really fun to drive.
Oh,
It
it's
probably
probably
will
going to be great to drive.
Yeah.
At least with the Equinox, anything that breaks in here is going to be like $25
That is
and
true.
an hour's worth of labor, and it's fixed.
That is the great thing about these.
Yeah, it's like Peggy. Also,
Be more like Peggy.
so many inputs for the audio system. You have AM, FM, Sirius XM, Bluetooth, wired and wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, USB-C, USB-A, 3.5mm auxiliary input jack, and more built-in streaming services. You have everything you'd want outside of a CD player in this car.
No one would ever know that you are an audio enthusiast, would they? They'd have no way of telling.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it says Equinox on the little plate there. So Chris doesn't like this as much as he liked the Traverse because it's not as floaty.
Yeah, I did like the Traverse quite a bit better.
And you liked the Blazer better.
Yes, I did like the Blazer better as well. The Traverse and Blazer are actually cars that I may actually recommend this. I don't know that I would, but I don't know. But it's...
But if someone drove one, you'd be like,
I'd be like, okay, yeah, it's whatever.
it's whatever.
It's whatever. It's fine. All right, guys. Well, if you are going to buy an Equinox, it's fine. We just recommend that you spec it like this one.
Yeah. Get Harvest Bronze.
Get Harvest Bronze.
You're just giving yourself more editing to do.
I know, but I don't like talking over exhaust leaking mail trucks. All right, guys. Well, that is going to conclude our review on the 23 Chevy Equinox. If you want to learn more about the car, we will have links in the description to fuel economy test and sound system demo. But that'll wrap it up for us today. Thank you all so much for watching. We're Chris and Charlie with Daily Motor, and as always, $25 repair on.